Young world, it's looking like AlBSure is about to be the victim of what they call an Illuminati sacrifice ritual type of thing of some sort because he's been bugging for a little bit now. He made headlines a couple days ago with the whole Kim Porter Diddy situation where he said that Kim Porter was in fact murdered through Diddy's name in the mix. Just to throw it out there, he didn't actually say Diddy did it, but he did put Diddy's name in the conversation just so you can look at him sideways and have some thoughts in your mind that he planted in there for you to think about. But even before that, he put this post up on Instagram talking about it's interesting how this is under. He shared the post about Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's associate girlfriend, whatever she was. He said it's interesting how commonplace this same scenario is within the music, TV, film industry like clockwork with some of the biggest names y'all all know and love. When you bring light to their activity, they attempt to destroy you. So it sounded to me like he's giving kind of like a warning or a heads up to what's about to come to him. This was on July 2nd. He said when you bring light to their activity, they will attempt to destroy you. So a couple days after that, which was a few days ago, was when he put up the post about the whole thing with Kim Porter, the now deleted um, thing with Kim Porter. He said the morning of the Soul Train Awards BET pre-production, Jesse Collins sent LBs around the world. I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady Kim Porter's murder and how it murder. Right, notice he said murder, and he got a kid with Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? So he's on the inside. The murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. He said I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some BS. Really? He says this is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health as well as laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. And after that, he put, "I'm going to leave it here. Don't let the love songs fool you. Hashtag don't let the love songs fool you. Hashtag stole my father's ring. Hashtag top row of my sneakers. Hashtag shut up and dribble. Hashtag Ivy. Hashtag at love." And he got a picture right there with this ring on, so I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about with this stole my father's ring thing. That could be something or nothing. Now he shows up with an IG post today supporting Nick Cannon, and you know damn well I'll be sure that also Dwayne Wade showed up trying to support Nick Cannon when this first happened, and they got all up in his butt. The backlash for Dwayne Wade was way too heavy for a man of his stature to muster. Right after he came out and supporting Nick Cannon, he immediately came back and was like, "Hope, wait, I'm not." You know what I'm saying? Backtrack that immediately. Something to the effects of not being aware of the anti-Semitic stuff or whatever Nick Cannon said. Made it crystal clear to the powers that be, to the machine, that he don't want no smoke and none of this type of stuff. We're talking about Dwayne Wade trying to support Nick Cannon for a hot second. Try to jump up and do the right thing. Try to, you know what I'm saying? But was immediately let known to, if you want some of this type of energy and this smoke, you better be prepared for a long battle. So he got the message real quick and sat his behind down. So that was Dwayne Wade backing out. But so AlBSure's over here continue trying to support Nick Cannon, and you know you can't do this type of stuff. I just mentioned Dwayne Wade because you can't support people like that in this type of situation unless you. AlBSure wouldn't be doing this because he knows the consequences of publicly supporting somebody like Nick Cannon at a time like now with what he said. So if he's doing that, that means he already knows that his head is on the chopping block already, because he's already starting to say some crazy stuff. He's been on the low for how long? AlBSure, just a nice guy, singer from back in the day. We all know he wasn't known to be this rebel. You know what I'm saying? Not that I know of. Not coming out here saying crazy stuff, digging up bones and skeletons and trying to, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't known to be that type of person. So all of a sudden he is now. You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if and when AlBSure is going to be one of the next ones to take a hard fall in some sort of way. Or maybe he already is. Maybe he's already gone broken down and out. Because a lot of these celebrities, when that starts to happen to them, that's when they start really getting rebellious and saying stuff that they've been wanting to say for their whole career, but been scared to say. But now that they've broken and got nothing to lose, they'll start coming out and saying stuff like that. But he's gonna have himself next to be on that long, dark, black wooden chopping board because he's doing and saying way too much within the past month. So I'll be sure you better go sit down somewhere unless you want to be on the block, the chopping block. And also he put something up about Naya Rivera earlier. Said, "Rest in peace, Pumpkin Pie. This hurts my heart to no end." Then he says, "I'll share your first musical artwork with the world very soon." So I'm not sure exactly what that means. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that means he has, like, did he have something to do with, like, discovering her or putting her out first? Or does that mean something like we're going to show her music and we're all going to see it for the first time? Like, I'm not sure exactly what that means. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to say too much about that. But AlBSure is getting to the point where he's going to have to be taken care of. He's getting too loose. Might mess around and really say something he really shouldn't be saying. So before that happens, they will have to shut him down, because you got to remember he's from back in the day. So he probably knows a lot of stuff about a lot of people. If he's acting like he knows stuff, he might really know stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a star back in the 80s and 90s. He'd been around for a long time. He's seen a lot of jokers come and a lot of jokers go. You know what I'm saying? So he might have valuable information. But that's what I think he better start watching his back, especially with this Kim Porter situation, because we know that. You look at, I did a video about this Diddy birthday party ritual, weird spooky thing that was going on. I put the link in the description so you can see that video about what that was, a ritual of some sort. I could have been wrong about the topic or the nature of what the ritual was, but anybody who has any type of little knowledge in any of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, knows that that was some sort of a ritualistic ceremony. Definitely wasn't about his birth. It was about his birthday, but it was about much more than just his birthday. So go watch that video. I'll put the link to the description on there. You'll see that. And for AlBSure to come out and be saying this is Kim Porter's baby's father, you know what I'm saying? For him to be saying some stuff about Kim Porter like this, it got to mean that he either lost his damn marbles, he's mentally gone, or he might just know something. You know what I mean? It's not no everyday average regular person coming out blabbing some stuff about some conspiracy theory. He's actually Kim Porter's child's father. So he's in there. You know what I'm saying? He's inside. He got the inside scoop. So he might actually really know something. You got to keep in mind that they were saying that Kim Porter was about to come out with a tell-all book. And as much as Diddy tried to make it seem like he misses her so much and he was so heartbroken, that's not really the case. Diddy wasn't with Kim Porter. Maybe they were still messing around or not, I don't know. But Diddy was definitely with some other person, at least at the time of her death. You know what I'm saying? And he had them weird posts where he was apologizing about Kim Porter and stuff like that. And it seemed kind of, you know what I'm saying? It left imagination to the mentality, you know what I'm saying? It left enough room for you to think something could have been weird. So I don't know, man. AlBSure just better watch his back from here on out. He better watch his back, because it's gonna get real spooky for him if he don't sit down somewhere.